Hello, wonderful people, men and women of good conscience and lovers of freedom all over the globe. We welcome you back once again to our news digest this day, the 31st day of August 2022. Today is Wednesday, to be precise, and we must say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on your time zone. This is Nicky Bobby channel, where we bring you reliable news across Biafra land, across Africa, nay, the world. Of late, we have seen a series of events that has been unfolding, especially in the area of insecurity and the crashing of the zoological republic economy, as well as the educational system. First, let's start with what is going on in Biafra land. Here we see ESN, who has continued unrelentingly, without letting up, without leaving any stone unturned. ESN has continued to protect and guide our forests, our farms, against those who has determined to destroy our farms and make it possible for there to be no food. Because when you continue destroying the farms, agricultural produce, the cultivation of a region, of a nation, in other words, you are beckoning on famine. But ESN has really kept it on check and continue moving forward. And that is why we continue praying for them on daily basis, morning, afternoon, and night. We pray that Chukwokika Biama must continue protecting and guiding ESN. Because for now, they are the last hope that we have. We've not thought of any other thing that can protect us as far as the ESN is doing and IPOB. And that is why we must continue praying. Let me reassure you again that this is the only type of miracle that I believe that exists. And this is the type of prayer that goes accordingly. Yes, IPOB Mazi Nnamdi Kanu OS instituted ESN. So now when you are praying, you know that you have something. You have a group. You have something, a formidable force somewhere that will be protecting you. We are talking about security. In case you are listening to us from any platform across the globe, from anywhere across the globe, what we are saying is that we are Biafrans, and in Biafra land, there is a threat of life, high level of insecurity, and our farms, our bushes are being taken over by the T groups. They are destroying our agricultural produce. In other words, they want to continue marginalizing the people of the East, the Biafrans. And when that continues, we will suffer lack of food. And that is why the Eastern Security Operatives are formed to protect our bushes, our farms. And they are doing it. These are the words you are seeing here. So when we talk about ESN, we are referring to Eastern Security Network in Biafra land. They have made us proud, and we continue praying for them. So when you talk about miracle, ESN is a miracle. And this is the only type of miracle we believe in. Exactly. So wherever you are, continue supporting ESN, because they are part of the people that are restoring our dignity. If not because of ESN, but today none of us will go to farm. None of our fathers or mothers, who knows, the level of hunger in Biafra land would have gone out of hand. But they are there. Morning, night, and evening, they are in the bush, guiding our farms, and that is necessary. And having said that, we just want to tell you again, to remind you that it is necessary for you to hit the subscription button on this channel of Nicky Bobby. It is necessary. Help to grow our community as we continue bringing you educative content and events about things that are going on, current affairs, as well as the culture of Biafra land Igbos, where we are heading to and where we are coming from. It is necessary, because if you do not know where you are coming from, how would you know where you are heading to? So we are prepared. We can prepare. IPOB can prepared in this movement for the restoration of Biafra. And that is why any real or every real Biafran product is equipped with this knowledge to tell you who we are, where we are heading to. And we are determined. So give us thumbs up, as well as to share our videos to those who might like it, because we are reasoning beyond conventional education, bringing about common reasoning, common sense, common knowledge, common wisdom. And this that you call common is not something sometimes very often common. You have to acquire it. You know, when you say acquire, it's a process. Acquisition, acquiring something. You don't just come by a mistake, by a chance. There is not acquisition again. When you acquire something, it's a process that requires your commitment, your energy, your resources in terms of time to spend to do that. That is why you have to acquire common sense. That is a type of sense and wisdom that Chukwuokike Abiyama gave to humans. But today, we have found out that people are no longer utilizing it. So that is why we are beckoning you and we are encouraging you to go and acquire common sense. If you are within the region of the black race, where can you do that? Tune in to Radio Biafra. You will be able to acquire common sense. You will be able to unlearn ignorance and learn what wisdom and knowledge, what sensibility means. And by then, you can key in what we are doing. Yes, it is necessary because one of the best way you can know a good teacher is the type of product that the person produces. If a good teacher produces a good student, you know that's a good teacher. There is no way a good teacher will produce a bad student. That's that. So anyone who claims to be a good teacher and is not producing or is not replicating himself, that means that person, something is lacking. He's not that good. And that is what something that happens in leadership. If you are a good leader and you do not recreate it and replicate it in your followers, that means you are not leading well. We thank you, and we must reiterate again that you have to support ESN, not necessarily in monetary aspects. There are other ways you can support ESN. And following that, we are bringing to you the situation report in the Zoological Republic. What is actually going on in the Zoological Republic today? You have seen a situation where lecturers of the universities are now moving away from the Zoological Republic environment. They are relocating to abroad. Lecturers. That means the Fulanese has ended up dragging the image of education in the zoo to the mud. And that has been their plan back in the years. You know, they started planning on time. Mass exodus of lecturers hit universities over FG's prescription threats. A few days ago, or should I say a week ago, the federal government of Nigeria has issued a threat that they are going to prescribe the ASU. ASU is the Academic Staff Union of Universities, and this is what they have been working. How can you prescribe ASU, Academic Staff Union of Universities, lecturers, professors of different disciplines? That's association. You say you are going to prescribe them. What does it mean? You want to dissolve anything that has to do with education in Nigeria. And they have succeeded in doing so. Why? Because based on the agreement that the federal government of Nigeria had with us a few years ago, or some years ago, they have not been able to fulfill the agreements. They continue promising them. They do not want to fund education in Nigeria. A lot of things are going wrong when it comes to education in Nigeria. Instead, they decide individually, those presidency and Fulanese decide to loot all the money inside their own individual pockets, go abroad, train their own children. But education in Nigeria is nowhere to be found. And the Fulanese have sworn that they will destroy education in Nigeria. And here it comes, because teachers, lecturers are moving out in drove to other countries to find a way of living, because they said, Nigerian government said they are going to prescribe that association. Academic Staff Union of the universities are at the verge of being prescribed. And what does it mean to be prescribed? To call them terrorists. Do you know what that means? Because they reasoned that is the only way they will finally destroy education in Nigeria and bury it at the end of the day. So they are moving out. Well, let me shock you once again that education today in Nigeria has been crushed for more than 1 year. I think they have been on strike or thereabouts. So how can you produce graduates? Of course, even though you say you are producing graduates, what type of graduates are you producing before now? Because in the Zoological Republic, their graduates are not employable. Yes, Because sometimes the government doesn't support education. They destroy educational system. Now the idea is now no more education in Nigeria. That educational sector is down, is dead. The other way around, health sector. You have seen the number of doctors and nurses that are moving out in drove. This is a kind of exodus that is going on in the health sector in the Geological Republic. They are moving to Europe, they are moving to America, they are moving to Asia. And these countries are absorbing them. They are accepting them because they must find a way to sustain, to survive. Now, education system is gone, health system is gone in Nigeria. What else are you talking about? The economy is already down. Like I always tell you that we are waiting for the burial ceremony of the Zoological Republic. The Fulanese, the presidency, have succeeded in dragging education in zoo to the mud. That is the information we are bringing to you. In a country, you have about 12,000 doctors. And out of that 12,000 doctors, about 9,000 doctors have moved out from the country. It's remaining plus or minus 3,000 doctors. How can they serve the country? How can they serve the country? You see, when you leave the things you're supposed to do and do the other way around, instead of you focusing on how to develop your area. Health system is quite important in everything we are doing. But then the presidency focus on the kidnapping. They say it's one of the most lucrative business that they have seen since they started operating. And they focus on it. And they are doing it with the best of their knowledge. We thank you for listening, wonderful people. We will continue doing our best by sensitizing our people in a way of common sense so that we will work together. We are Biafrans. And we must say, reiterate it without owing anyone apology, that it is in Biafra land that all of us have our citizenship. And until Biafra is fully restored, we will not rest. May you remain safe and blessed wherever you may be.